So, welcome back to a bit gamey and a kind of modelling tip. I'm not sure if it is actually a tip because I'm just trying it out. But in theory, I did before showing how you can, you hack around with all the different pieces in the Marlborough infantry set to create 12 figure units, and part of that involved cutting the marching figures in half, because the kit comes with 4 half bodies, top bodies, and 2 legs. So if you cut the legs off one of these, you can stick one of these on, which allows a certain amount of variability. Anyway, I was doing that. I was cutting these off with a craft knife, and it worked, but it was a little bit cranky. You kind of get little very odd shapes because the craft knife is not that strong. So I saw someone using one of these, which is I got from Warlords, but I don't know if the Warlord ones are any good, but I got them anyway. This is a large modelling knife for the handle and the saw blade. So I've got no judgment on the quality. I don't know if they're good or bad or whatever. I just got these on a whim, just to have a go. And that's what so it's basically. I don't know how useful this is. I mean, it's got to be. You're either going to do a lot of kit bashing or a lot of train bashing for it to be worthwhile, I imagine. I'm not an expert, so I don't know. But does this work better than a knife? So say the top halves have the belt at the bottom, so you've got to cut these below the belt and then glue that one on there. So I'll give that a go. So after cutting, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's it's a little bit flatter than it was with the craft knife. I mean, that's partly me, so I'm not a very careful person. I tend to rush things, but it fits. It fits better than the previous. I don't know if you can't really see. Yeah, it fits better than the previous ones. And if you were more careful, it would probably better still. Trying to do this while behind the camera. So there you go. That's your dude. So it's not perfect at all, but that's partly me. So I don't know. Is it worth it? I mean, if you do a lot of kit bashing, it might be, and if you do train, it probably is as well. So basically, if you do a lot of this stuff, it might be worth getting a sort. I'm not. This isn't really a review of the Warlord one, because I've used it a couple of times. I don't know how well it will last or anything, but that's the gist of this. It's a thing I got because I thought there was a good reason for it, and maybe there is. So the end result is like this. Cut a figure in half, put the top body on. So cut a standing figure in half, put one of the top bodies on, and then you can add various bits and pieces like arms and whatever, and in this case a spear, because I wanted to make some sergeants or sergeant type figures. Anyways, there's a limit to what you can do, because each 12 figure sprue only has one kind of spontoon or whatever they're called, those pikey things. But you can mostly do it with a few little extra bits, and especially in my case, I've got all the bits from previous sprues to use up. So blah blah blah. But the main point of this was not meant to be about that. It's meant to be about this. Is it worth getting one of these? And I'd say if you're going to do a lot of kit bashing or a lot of terrain building, then maybe it is. I mean, it's definitely a 50-50 thing. It's not, you can do it with a craft knife, and I say it's slightly easier to do it with this. But multiply that by how many times you think you're going to use it. So I don't know if that's any use to anyone, but I'd say this is really part of this kind of back to wargaming series. If you've been away from it for 30-40 years and you're thinking about what you might need, this is an optional thing worth doing. I don't know if that's any use to anyone, but that's that. Toodle pip.